BMWs.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know about you, but they spend, this thing is $15,000, $16,000.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm going to take off-road.
Yeah.
The bush or scraping through the alders or
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm learning slowly, because see, the other thing is I didn't grow up on dirt bikes and learning the back road. Like, I should have learned on the small bikes. That's the way. The other thing, the reason I chose this one is because this is an automatic. I don't know if you noticed. Yeah, so you're familiar with that. No clutch, and because I learned to ride on scooters.
Okay.
And I started with a small scooter, and then a bigger one, and a bigger one, and a bigger one, up to a 650 BMW scooter, kind of like a Bergman,
Yeah, right.
And so this was a natural step for me to keep going with the DCT, even though I could ride a bike with a clutch, for my license and that I had to. But I'm just used to this. They make one that's based on this chassis, same engine, everything, right? But it's made for the road. It's called an NT 1100. But problem is, they're not selling it on this side of the pond. So you have to go to Europe to get one. But if they ever bring it over, I think that's what I would do, is I would probably switch to that, because it's taken all the off-road design out and made it more for the road, eh? Although this handles on the road fine. It's just
I bet you.
It's not as comfortable, that's all.
When I first saw them, I said, that's basically my Transalp, my 600.
Yeah.
V-twin. Just in a larger version.
Yeah.
I suspect it handles very well. The old Transalp is very neutral bike to drive.
Yeah.
It's very easy to drive.
This one's it's an 1100. It's a bit top heavy, but
Big adventure bikes.
but it has to be, to do what it's designed to do. So like I tell everybody, it's more bike than I am rider, right? It's capable of doing those trails and doing that back road stuff, the backcountry stuff, but the rider has to be good too before he can do it. My God, man, it never fails. It's like you're sitting there for 20 minutes having your break, and everyone leaves you alone, and then as soon as you go to get on the bike, that's when someone wants to come up and talk bikes. And there's a lot of old guys around here that have been riding their whole life, and they want to talk bikes with you, and they want to ask you about your bike and all that kind of stuff. And I finally got a little bit of that on film. I said, screw it, if they're going to talk to me, I'm going to hit the camera. But this bed and breakfast, it's run by an elderly lady. She's been running that bed and breakfast, or that inn or whatever, for over 35 years in that spot. So she probably started it when she was like 55, 60 years old, because she's on the phone, she sounds pretty old. So I don't want to show up when it's too late there, but it won't be dark or anything. Anyway, I absolutely don't mind talking with people out here. I think that's really a big part of what it's about. That's two people that came up and talked to me while I was sitting there, and I guess it's something about this bike. They want to ask you about it, and it makes you approachable. Well, it's nice that we can go at an easier pace. There's kind of a nice pullover spot. I think we'll check it out. Why not? Why not? See, I don't have as many miles planned today, so I can really, kind of take my time a bit, and I can stop and do stuff. So I'm just going to stop for a little look here. thought it was coming into some rain, but actually I think it's more like a cold fog, which would be typical for this area. So we're getting into some fog. Good old Easter fog. Just the reason there's been so many shipwrecks over the last 300 years, 500 years here. And yeah, she's a cool fog. I may end up putting on the rain suit just to keep warm because it's starting to get chilly. I know on my bike it says 20 degrees, but it ain't. It's more like 14, 15. And then you got wind chill from that cool fog. So yeah, it's getting down there. It's starting to feel like around, like with the wind and everything, feel around 9, 10 degrees, something like that. The wind's blowing up my wrist and stuff. Getting nippy. I gotta seal that up better, but I can't do it while riding. They've been there a while. I don't know if they're inhabited or not, but wow. Now that's old school Nova Scotia right there, man. Who else would live in the middle of a fog? It's probably cold and foggy here all the time. It's a bit of a... She's a bit foggy. Oh shit, I gotta stop here. Maybe I still can. Oh yeah, we're off-roading, boy. Alright. Don't fall. This will have to do as a quick pullover spot. So the raincoat over the jacket actually is working out good. It feels a lot warmer now, a lot more protection against this cold, foggy wind. We're just approaching, we're entering Cole Harbor as we're going around all across the coastline to the west. And I guess I'm starting to get in need of nourishment again. I did have a good little oatmeal breakfast at shortly after 7 this morning, maybe 20 after 7:30 maybe, and that's pretty much worn off, and it's noon now and we're getting hungry. Problem is, like I say, these obscure coastline roads that I take don't have a lot of places to stop. It's not really as much of a touristy road. A little hamlet of some sort. We'll have to see if there's a place I could stop and eat. Lonely Rock. Oh, that's Seaside Bungalows. That's not a good eating place. Murphy's Inn. It's a bed and breakfast. That's not a place you can stop and eat. So much for my nice, calm, windless morning ride. Well, at least I got a drone flight in there. That's interesting. It's a picnic tail that it's in the middle of a frickin' somebody's lawn or something. I don't even know if you should stop there. Probably should have took that spot I saw a while back. Might have been in the bush, but it was sheltered. Not gonna get blown away in the wind. I'll never be able to get my Bunsen burner going. No restaurants. No place to pull over. Well, that could explain why there's no tourists. I took a detour, turned left when I know I was supposed to turn right, just to explore Torbay here, because it said there was a provincial park down here. Torbay Provincial Park. And provincial park usually means good little picnicky spots. But I don't want to go like 20 miles down here, and I'm not finding anything. You can see on the map I've come quite a way, and I'm just not sure if I'm going to even find this provincial park because there's been no other signs. want a picnic spot, but I don't want to go 20 miles out of my way to get one. Wouldn't be the first time, mind you. But anyway, let's just explore down here and see what we find. Gravel. Wait. Torbay Atlantic Park. Oh, there we go. It is a provincial park. Okay. This must be it. Just in time too, because I didn't want to go on the gravel. So you might all think it's funny that I'll come up to a place I want to pull in and I'll roll right past it. But you got to remember, I got about over 800 pounds of rolling weight here. Boardwalk and Beach Pavilion. Jeez, it's like there was no cars. It's like nobody around. And then you come to a place like this and boom. It seems to be a nice little pavilion up there. Don't really need a washroom right now. But you can't park here. That's the problem with that spot. Maybe I could, but people are going to be squeezing by me. There's like no place to park. It's a nice little... Oh, they could squeeze by. So here we go. I've got some noodle soup and the good stuff, not the cheap stuff. And I put a whole package of ham in it to give me some meat and noodles and stuff. And I'm going to put the last of my water on. This is the last of the gym water, by the way, the gym fountain water. And that's going to make me a nice cup of tea. And hopefully if the wind doesn't pick up too much, I'll be able to pull this off without everything blowing away. And then we might do a little walk.